Hey guys, my name is Tim and today we have 2015 Mini Cooper Countryman S for the rear brake pads replacement. If you have to work on Mini Cooper in general, Countryman, non-Countryman, Cooper S, whatever, that means you messed up in your life somewhere because this car is definitely cursed. So Mini Cooper managed, well, since it's partially BMW, the engine and everything, but the engine location is not correct one. So Mini managed to mess up this job, the simple brake pad replacement, and require you to have special tools for it. Like, this is the worst system ever. I hate it. I really don't like to do it, and it's just I can't even fathom why would they do it to any car. Jaguar actually does the same thing. We'll start with a list of tools and then we'll go to a quick DIY how to do the rear pads on the Mini Cooper Countryman S. But before we do, just please drop a like, share this video, subscribe, because 96% of you are not subscribed to my channel, and maybe, just maybe, you will never have to work on Mini Cooper ever in your life. The rear calipers on the Mini Cooper are twist and push, so in order to do that you will need a special set of tools. So there is a bunch of adapters right here. You'll need this one. This is an AutoZone kit, so you can rent it over there and it's absolutely free. It costs like $50 I think, and then you return it and you get your $50 back. But I just got it and they said, and I told them right away I'm not returning it, like long time ago. This kit is pretty good. It's universal technically. You'll need this adapter for the Mini Cooper Countryman S, which this is adapter F, but that's just nuts. Like, I mean, come on, how hard should it be to replace the rear pads? Before you start, loosen your lug nuts, 5 of them, 17 millimeter. Now we're ready to jack the car. If you're not comfortable with leaving your car on a jack, use the jack stands. Now with the wheel off, we have 13 millimeter bolt right here with a Loctite, so it's gonna be tough to remove. But at the same time, we have a 16 millimeter. It's kind of a nut, but all you have to do is just hold it in place in order to remove this 13 millimeter bolt. You might be able to squeeze in the 16 millimeter open wrench. Mine doesn't fit, so I usually use the pliers, and the way of doing it, just hold it sort of like this, but you have to squeeze it really tight because this metal, it's not that strong, and if you start to spin, that will grind it all off. So it's one of the toughest thing to remove in here. Be very careful with it. I really hope you can squeeze in your 16 millimeter open wrench right here on this nut, then it will be much easier. What you can do is loosen it first without holding. Yep, that makes it better. And now you can see this one spinning as well. This one is somewhat easy, but look at the great engineering by Mini. They couldn't even make the bolt proper size, like just a couple millimeters more. Like, why? It's like it's sliding off when you're trying to take it off. Like, I don't have words for it. Now we have the same bolt at the bottom, 13 millimeters, so try to loosen it first. All right. And now, since it's a Mini Cooper, you can't do your regular socket and wrench. So you'll need an extension. You'll need this extension, and look, right here. But because it's very tough and those bolts are really not great at all, you probably will slide out when you do it, so you will need this kind of wrench to actually loosen it up. So now we have to hold this one in place. Let's try it. Kind of works. It's easier with this one. Take your time, be patient like I am. Now we have both bolts removed, we can finally detach the caliper. There's a sensor here, so you loosen that as well. There we go. And we do have a sensor on the pad, so remove that. There we go. As you can see, this sensor is completely grinded. That's why the message turned on. This pad is gone for the car, but as you can see, there is still 2 to 3 millimeters, I would say 2.5 millimeters of brake pad material. Those pads are not completely gone, but it's definitely time to replace those. Now, using this device, we can finally compress the piston back. As you can see, there's 2 spots where those things are supposed to go. So this thing is sort of magnetic, so it stays on, but it's not like it clicks or anything like that. So this wonderful engineering we have to do every turn. You have to compress and twist and adjust this to make it tighter again every turn until it's all the way in. Has to press against something. All the way in. Regarding parts, so those calipers are made by TRW. That's OEM, so I would say TRW pads are a great choice. What did it have before? Factory pads. Those are Galfer. I have no idea what it is, never heard of them. What I'm gonna use as a BMW technician, I will use ATE pads. I like ATE, those are great pads. And most BMW calipers are ATE. In regards of a sensor, I'll just keep it in place for now, this one. It's gonna be easier for you to route it through if you just leave it and then unclip one by one those clips. It goes all the way in here, so you can see it from the bottom. So everything regarding the sensor, all the clips are right here. They are easily unclipped, so just like that. You see, this is open now. And it's 4 of them here and 1 of them over there. So everything is here. Now we're gonna remove this hardware, just like that. Clean up the surface and install the new hardware. Clean now. See, this is the rear pad, the inside pad. Both of them have a bulge for a sensor. Both of them can be fitted in with a sensor, but this one goes in the back, this one goes in the front. The way it does, I'll show you right now. Simple way to put it on. Look. So you slide it right here, just like that. Then you go here, and you gotta hit this pin, push it forward, and then put it on. Simple as that. Same goes to the rear one, but it's also the pad, the side with the sensor. Mini Cooper, as BMWs, has 1 sensor in the front and 1 in the back. So what I usually do is we put it through the caliper. You need to put it long enough. Yep, just like that. That should be enough. Now we put it into the pad until it clicks, of course. We are ready to put that on. Same way as the back. That's it. There we go. And now we can put the caliper back. And as we already see, we have the sensor in place. There we go. ATE pads come with a new set of bolts for the caliper. And look how different it is. That's a lot of difference for the socket. Way easier to grab, and it doesn't slide as easy as this one. This one, as you can see, during the removal, it started to kind of rounding it. New bolts, and as you can see, there's new Loctite in there. If you want to remove those bolts easier and you want to use the cheat codes, basically you can heat up the bolts, it will melt the Loctite, and it will be pretty straightforward to remove the bolt. When everything is done, and don't forget to tighten your lug nuts, lug bolts in this case, you have to pump the brakes. Now you get into the car, you close the door, you put the key in, and without starting the car, you press the start button. Everything lights up, you can see all the messages. So let it go, and then you push the button right here on the left, which is the BC. There we go. Like, let it go through everything. Now, resetting the service interval. We push this button and hold it. Hold it, hold it. Now you get into the car. To reset the service interval, you close the door. That's important. It's not going to work if you don't. Without starting the car, push the start button. There's all the messages will appear, what's wrong with the car. You can skip through those messages using this button right here. We press and hold this button right here. And then you press and hold this button on the left. And then the reset will appear and you press and hold again. You're done. All done. And now you can start the car and pump the brakes a little bit more. Just remember, brakes need to adapt. So 50 miles of moderate driving, don't push it too hard, brake normally. If you've made it this far, well, first of all, thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. Drop a like, subscribe, share, and I really hope that I made your life a little bit easier by showing you what kind of tools to use and how to do this job. Stay tuned, guys. I'll see you in the next one.